Hold on a second. I'm thinking. Should we do this one? Let's do. I kind of like the purple. Let's do this for a second. Actually, hold on. Let me see. There was one in here. Did a little bit of it. There it is. So, welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Be So Light. So I'm going to start this off with, today is a 369 day. Pay attention to those numbers. What is 369? Come on, lovelies. Come on. What is 369? What is it? Jamal Ashe. Hey everyone. So I thought I'd start the morning off with a little bit of shake out that spirit of yours. It's the 369 day. So let me tell you, did you do your homework last night? Did you do your homework assignment from yesterday's video? Did you? Did you? Did you? So today is 369 day. When you add up all the numbers, what do you get? Let's jump into the can and let's put it all together so you can best use this day for what you want it for. Okay? So, this is a white galactic wind. I harmonize in order to communicate modeling breath. I seal the input of spirit with the galactic tone of integrity. I am guided by the power of death. The color is white. The planet is Uranus. The chakra is the heart. The earth family is the core. And that rune, we are on the last one of today. Right here. That's our last one. So this is going to be governing the seventh sphere, right here in the center of the head. Ninth dimension. I felt that today. And Sirius B52, hypoplasmic enlightenment. And the message is the humanoid, the homoid perceiver can be likened to the instinctual cosmic telepathic internal chat room, okay, the internet chat room, imaginably installed or imprinted in the human's brain. So this explains everything that was going on in my dream last night, because I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So this kin is connected to the heart chakra also, but is guided by the death of energy. The energy brings something to an end, bringing a cycle to an end. But yet, 9, thank you. But yet and still is about that 369 energy. What are you creating? What are you doing? Now, come on. You know that 369 energy is all about what connects the universe. What brings in the manifestation through the universe, that 369. So today's intention for all of you, get synced up. This is not the time to be pussyfooting around with craziness. This is the time to get synced up. So what is it that you want to do? What do you want to step into that's good for you, for the highest good for yourself, as well as humanity? Okay? We create it as a whole. We create it as a whole thing on Mother Earth. All right? So what is that going to look like for you? What are you thinking of? So I want you to think of at least one thing that you would like to have changed in your life, and bring in something that takes the place of what you've been dealing with. See, it's not enough to just say, I want to get rid of this out of my life, get rid of this. What's going to replace the whole when you get rid of it? You can't just take something out of there and leave it empty. You got to put something there, or that what you got rid of has a choice to come back, because you never put something in its place to cover it up so it wouldn't come back. Got you thinking? So, last night in the dreams, let me tell you what was going on. I think I was being brought in. You know what I'm saying? What I do? So I was being tested on gathering water from different places all over the place on the earth. It was the weirdest dream ever. And I was taking the water and putting it into this crystal-like vase. And then I was putting frequency into it, coding it. And there was these species, this whole council watching me do this. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So my human mind is saying, what the hell's going on with this dream? But my spirit mind is like, okay, complete the task. Complete the task. Just complete the task. So my human mind is saying, who the hell are these beings watching me? They was like made of all these different councils from all over the galaxy. Just beings I've never even seen before. And they were all watching this. Then once I completed the task, I came back and I had this vessel that had the water and had the codes in it. It was spiraling up. It had all, ooh, thank you. Now, I put that out and I just saw that. Okay, that wasn't even, the incense is out. Okay, so it was spiraling up and then it did this like, psh. And so one of the council members, I remember it was a male council member. He stood up, he had like really crystal light, white light face, bluish eyes that were like piercing, really tall. And he had this white like cloaking thing on, and he stood up and he says, "That's amazing. How are you using this gift on earth?" And I told him, I said, well, I help people with coding their waters, and I'm able to work with the frequencies and bring it down and code the water, and they drink the frequencies and get the results because it's all around us. But it activates in the cells. He says, absolutely. So you tapped into that. I said, what do you mean tapped into that? It's a part of me. I utilize it. And they said, fascinating. So I'm standing there and all these councils. Okay, now keep in mind, it's all these different star beings from different planets, realms, whatever. I've never seen this many before. And I'm standing there and they look and they look at each other, they're chatting, and they look back at me. Now keep in mind, I'm on this like crystalline platform where I did what I was doing, I'm putting it all together. And then there's like this plasmic light screen that's in the air, okay, that technology. And it's putting me up there. And so they're looking, they're like, yes, 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 yes. Pass, pass, pass. So I said, okay. So they said, well, you passed this with flying colors. Make sure to keep continuing doing what you're doing for the highest good. I said, absolutely, 100%. I said, my name is not Priestess Makala of the Galactic Spiral Light for nothing. I don't take that very lightly. So this being, he sits down and he just looks at me. He goes, I can't wait to see what more you're going to tap into. Being that everything is moving forward for planet Earth. And as soon as he said planet Earth, everyone's saying, hey, yes, 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 yes. And we're watching this. We're watching to see how some evolve and some do not. We're watching how humanity flips out of hate and judgment. We're watching that and goes into compassion and love. We're watching that. We especially enjoy when we see things when humanity does something for each other without expecting anything back. We are watching how one judges another for no reason and inflicts harmful intention. We don't favor that because in order to still stay in the higher vibration, this is how those who maintain their frequency will be granted movement into the higher realms. We're watching all of this. And there's the great test taking place right now. And I just stood there and I was like, okay. And he's saying, well done. Well done. And everybody was clapping. And then I slipped into my human mind and I said, wait, I have a thought here. And I have to speak my truth on something. And they said, speak. Said, you know what bothers me the most is that humanity, we're all watching these things play out, especially in the United States and our government, where we have suffered the greatest mind wiping and suppression in this country. This is where we have truly forgotten ourselves and our abilities because of what has happened. I said, and I was seeing some of the things that were taking place when the Trumpster was making his speech and how one side wasn't responding, they were just sitting there, and the other side was up and responding. And he stops me, he goes, what did you observe from that? And I go, does that really matter here? Because I feel like it's all fake anyway. It's just, but yes, but it's still playing out in your world. It's still playing out. What did you learn? What did you observe? Let's just say about the energy. What did you see? I said, I saw that one side that was no longer having a voice. And I saw the other side that was speaking, that was raising its voice, that was standing in that and was raising the vibration. And the other side either had words on their backs or either had signs. But yes, you're still not answering me. And I said, they don't exist anymore. They don't have a say anymore. They are being moved out of this space because it doesn't exist anymore. And he says, exactly. It was being displayed so that those who watched that could understand the coded vibrational message that was being sent, that is quiet. They can say their words, but they weren't giving any emotion or anything to it. I said, I think it's kind of silly. It says, yes, it might appear silly, but yet and still, it's also a message that has been dealt with. And they know. They know. So I stood there and I'm like, is there any more testing I need to do? I've shown that I have great respect, love of the water, the codes for humanity. Is there anything else I need to do? They say, no, just keep going forward. And make sure everybody understands who they are and what they bring to the table is crucial in this moment. Everyone is being watched on how they present themselves, whether it's in a low vibration or high vibration. Low vibration, we want to see you rise up in yourselves and step forward and know who you are and remember that. Tap into that deep creator spark of life within your soul. We're watching those alignments. It is like stars upon stars lights. When someone lights up and they remember who they are, it reboots their entire being. not just crystalline, but all the way down into the spark of the DNA, we see this. When we look upon you, we don't see you. It's just in your human form. But we see beyond your human form. We see you in your light form, your true essence. And that's the one that tells us truly who you are. We are watching. And the test will continue. And I just stood there and I was just like, can I share this message with the Be So Light tribe? They said, oh, absolutely. We would want you to do that. And I go, because there's a lot of struggle going on with the frequencies coming in. I'm seeing it. It's affecting people. It's making people do crazy things. It's making, our vehicles that we're driving. Yes, your vehicles you're driving. It's kind of funny. Every time I say something, he would go, yes, those vehicles you're driving. So outdated. Humanity has no idea how far that we've been kept. I said, so am I right about the way I come onto my platform and I say it's really not the year, blah, blah, blah? And he goes, yes. There's many dimensions, and it all depends on what dimension you're in, if that time is true for you, and if you make it so. Humanity still has not grasped how their mind really works dimensionally, not just one way going. So I picked up the little crystal bowl that had the water in it that I coated, because it was still doing a spiral and it still did this burst thing and I said, well, what do you want me to do with this? If I completed the test, what do I do with this? He said, release it. But before you do, how would you release it so that everyone could partake of it? I said, what do you mean by partake? Are we talking? No, don't get me. Do not feel incorrected by what I said. To be able to have that essence of what you coded. And I go, okay. Do I have to tell you out loud or can? He said, we'll read your mind. We'll see what your thoughts are. It will just come up over you. I go, oh. Then I don't have to speak. I'll just show you. So I stood there. I had the bowl. Keep in mind, this is the dream, okay? Didn't really feel like a dream. I know where I was. But I had the bowl, and I took a deep breath, and I released it up, and I said, may this go into the heart of every being and every species throughout the galaxy and around Mother Earth, and restore and bring in newness into their beings, whoever they may be. And when I did it, it just went up, arched out, made this beautiful light, and went around the planet and traveled throughout. And it was like the speed of light, the way it happened. And then it was done. And then there was nothing left in the bowl. And I went like this. He looks at me, he stands up again, and he goes, I wouldn't have expected anything less of you. Excellent. And everyone did this. And I was like getting goosebumps talking about it. And I said, thank you. He says, well, we better return you because you'll be getting up and there'll be a little bit of disarray to your schedule today. And I'm like, oh? He said, yeah. I go, okay. Next thing I know, I'm like, I wake up and I'm like looking around. I'm like, I remember about the water and the crystal and the coding. And then I heard this distant energy voice say, yes, we wanted you to remember that. So I'm laying in bed and I'm just thinking about it and I'm putting the pieces together and I'm like, wow, that was really cool. I got tested. Da, 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 da. And so I'm waiting for the young one's van to come pick her up. And I'm like, what is going on? It's really late. Van's not coming, is it? Get a phone call. They forgot to pick her up. Can you take her to her program? And I'm like, absolutely. So I get in the car, take her to her program, and come back. And as I'm driving from where I went and I'm coming back, I grab hold of my other maraca that I have in the car. And I start spinning it. And I'm not putting it together that I'm still spinning the energy of what I already did from my test. But I take it and I start spinning it as I'm driving and I'm putting it out there and I'm going into heart space and I'm just saying, whatever portals are open up where there's been great tragedies, wherever those are now closing, wherever people are struggling to be in their bodies because they have been infiltrated in the wrong way and it's by a non-divine energy, let that now be overridden. Let it now be released. Let them have their light back if they so choose. They so choose. And I rattled my maraca all the way until I got back home and parked the car. And then I sat there and I said, wow, didn't see that coming today. Very interesting day. So then I said, what is today's title for the teaching today? First, I put up the water in the crystal code, 369, in the description. But then they had me take it down and say, put 369. That will help people to understand and it'll wake them up a little bit faster to understand how important it is for them today to really get very clear about something they want to change in their life. What do they want more of? What do they not want? Whatever it is they don't want, they have to replace it with what they do want, what they desire. Not wanting it, what you desire. Okay? So in that formula of 369, when we look at the formula of 369, it is that manifestational formula. Nikola Tesla always talked about if humanity could just understand how the universe really works in the formula of 369, they can manifest whatever they desire. That is true on a lot of levels, but if people are coming out of a place of feeling as though they've been, how do I put it? We've been put asleep for so long. And then you're coming out of that amnesia. You're piecing together all the pieces of what's coming online for you, what's syncing up with you. Some of that's going to get triggered in dreams. Some of that's going to get triggered when you go to certain places and you don't know why you're going there. Some of that's going to get triggered when you meet someone that comes up in your space and at a grocery store and you don't know them from Adam. And you're like, what the heck? And this person looks at you and can tell you, boom, 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 what you're doing. That's not somebody that's psychic getting in your space. That's a star being that knows who you are because they know what time it is. So a lot of our star family connections are where we come from and how long we've been looping in this cycle down here are coming in now, because those gateways and those stargates have been activated so they can enter. Those stargates were shut down, and that's what made this planet locked down to only have the negative ones coming in here, maintaining what they were doing. Okay? Does everybody understand that? So now things are shifting. We have the power to change what we're dealing with energetically. But you have to step in and you got to sync up. You can't blame it on nobody. You can't, go off loose ends. You actually have to bring in all of the energy of yourself and ask for that enhancement of your light body self to be divinely energized and expanded, so that you are in more of your light body energy self, so that you can do this work. Whatever it is that you want to do, if it's writing a book, if it's getting the songs out, if it's doing your sound bath teachings and code work and healing modality, no matter what it is, this is the time that you are going to sync up with it. And you're going to give yourself permission to do that. So today is a good code day. We're looking at it from a number perspective. Okay, not season, not, Gregorian and all of it. We're just going to look at it from a coded number perspective. We're not just looking at when we had the 3, and then the 9. Now we have the actual day of a code, 369. And then when we get to 399, that's another form of the threes of the Trinities that we'll be utilizing. But today is the day that I need you to take the time for yourself. What is it that you're looking to let go of, to break free from? And what do you want to take the place of that? We're going to take that thought and loop it, not even loop it, leap it up into a higher quantum time. So we're utilizing the 7th, and then it's the 9th dimensional energy, okay? So that 9th dimensional energy is where you want to anchor that. Here's the trick. Whatever it is that you're going to pick, whatever it is that you're thinking of, you're going to write it down 3 times. And then when we get to the evening or right after afternoon, you're going to write it down 6 times. And then when you get to nighttime, before you go to sleep, you're going to write it down 9 times. Okay? You're doing the signature energy of this and getting it out there, letting it be imprinted energetically. If you're saying it, you're voicing it energetically. You're creating it. Now you're seeing it. Thoughts, everything, heart, everybody, part of yourself is connected to that. You're feeling into it. Let it speak to you. If it's to move, if it's to have a better relationship, if it's to get in a relationship that's in divine balance, a divine masculine and divine feminine partnership, okay? How that moves with you. If it's time to release the old relationship, then release them. But release them in a way of love, compassion, moving out of harm's way. we still have a lot of healing to do. And each and every one of you are going to have your test. And that test is not anything that you need to be afraid of. It's something that when it's happening, you're going to be like, where the hell am I? Because I was like, hell am I? Who are all those beings out there? What is that I'm looking at? And you're going to come back after you complete the test. You come back and you'll wake up and you'll be like, oh man, what a dream. What did I eat last night? You're going to be thinking all these strange things when you think about what just took place. But everyone, if you're here today and you chimed in, welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, also Niana, my Taino given name. And it is the Priestess Makala of Galactic Spiral Light. It's what I do. So I'm all about truth. I'm all about it. I say it like it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. Get tired of that. Don't you get tired of that? Dancing around stuff. I just say it now. Some people don't like it. I really don't care. Don't care. I'm 59 years old. I got time in the game. Okay. So, welcome to all of you today. We're going to go ahead and dive in. This is your homework assignment. Is a jumpstart what your 369 is. What do you want to say 3 times? What do you want to say 6 times? What do you want to say 9 times? And then release it. Very much so how it was in the water and it spiraled up and it went shoo. Okay? You can even take it and speak it in the water if you want, and then give that to Mother Earth. That's a good signature imprint. It's a beautiful one to do. Pour the water on the ground. Let it go right into her DNA of her being, and then let her take it and energize it up. You can also, if you don't want to do it by water, you can do it by air. You can imprint the signature of what it is speaking over the incense and then light it. You can do one incense for the 3 time, let that burn out. Do the next incense for the 6th time, let that one burn out. Do the last one for the 9. Don't go to sleep until it's done. Let that one go out. Okay? But make sure you have something to burn your incense in. Don't be just leaving it hanging out loose over a sink somewhere. Don't do that. Okay? So, I left information in the community about the Lohan tea, how you're making it. I'm drinking another batch of that today. Welcome on in. So, let's take a look at today's energy codes. And then all of you can go and do your lunch, and wherever you are, being the light that you are, wherever you are. Today, make your day count. You just don't know. Sometimes you think you're having a bad day, right? And then something freaky will happen where you are going to help somebody that needs your help. Where you will be used as a vessel to say something to lift someone's spirits. Every single one of us, we have that medicine. And somebody might not be having a good day. And maybe all they need is a smile from you. Maybe all they need is a hi, how you doing? Make it a great day for yourself. Remember who you are and just keep on going. I like to lean out of my car sometimes, seeing somebody walking, and I say, hey, and they look up. I go, I want you to know to have a great day. You can make any changes you want, but have a fantastic day. And drive on. And you see their faces, they light up because somebody recognized them. There's a lot of people going through things right now, and they stay kind of quiet about it. Keep it all huddled in. They don't want nobody to see them breaking inside. But you could be used as a vessel to just shine some light on them, letting them know that they've been seen, letting them know that you just wanted to say hi to them, even though you don't know them. And when people are driving and they're driving really weird, and instead of getting so bent out of shape and mad and saying, "What are you doing?" you just simply say, "Oh, let me shine some light on you. You're probably having a hard, difficult day. You're probably not all the way in your body, and it's difficult for you to figure out what you're doing because you've been infiltrated energetically." Okay? So everyone has their part. You just have to remember. All right, so we're going to look at some beautiful the light codes today. I love this set. And then I'm going to pull a talisman. I love the talisman cards. Talisman cards, if you ever buy them, comes with this. It's beautiful. They come black and gilded, black on the end, like this. And then they come with this parchment paper inside the set. Okay, and then we are going to pull, let's pull a muse. Nope, let's do Astro. They were like, nope, not that one, this one. Okay, let's do this one. This one will have a better flow. I like the star codes of the Astros because it's really linking up with what's going on energetically. Let's see your picture. Oh, hi, Sailing Girl. Okay. Now keep in mind, I want you to really, really think about what it is you're going to change, what you're getting rid of, what's going to take the place of that space. Okay. A lot of times we'll get rid of things, but we forget to put something in the space of that so it doesn't return. You got to put something higher and better in the space. Okay, and today is a good day if you're going to sit and do your meditations, do your prayers, have your fire spirit, have a nice candle. Perfect time to do candles today, and dedicate that fire spirit energy to bringing light forward, to what your prayers are, to what your meditation is, what you're dedicating this energy as the turning key to what you're starting, because this is perfect right before we start going through the eclipse. Okay? You don't want to be dragging a lot of unnecessary stuff with you right now. Get clear. Sync up. Be truth to the self. Can you give an example of what to replace? Okay. Say that you want to, get rid of, there's so many things. Say like you want to get rid of your hesitations of doing a YouTube channel. Let's do that one. Okay, or food. Something that you know you shouldn't be eating, but you're eating it all the time. Let's do a food one and a YouTube channel. Okay, the food one. If you're eating, say, like potato chips every single day, and they're not even healthy. They have all that sunflower oil on it, canola oil on it, all that stuff that stays in your body, causing inflammation of the tissues. It's not even avocado oil. Yeah, I said that. Sunflower oil and canola oil causes inflammation because it's cheap oil that they can use to cook that stuff in. So then you say, okay, I am done with this. I'm going to read my labels, and I'm no longer going to partake in these type of foods that have this in it. Okay, so now you've imprinted that. You're going to break from that type of potato chips you're eating. And now you're going to say, but instead, if I do desire to eat potato chips, I'm going to make a better selection, and I'll get one that's only done with olive oil or avocado oil. And I don't need all that extra ingredient stuff with it. Just plain old chips if I want some chips. But I'm going to make a better selection. That's that switching. Okay. If you're you want to do a YouTube channel, but you've been afraid to get on it, but you keep dragging your feet. Now's the time you say, okay, I'm going to do my YouTube channel. I'm going to stop talking myself out of it. Okay, talking myself out of it. Boom. I am setting a date on 3/9 of 2025. I'm going to put up my first video. That's replacing it. Okay? It's the same, anything that you're getting rid of that is a lower vibrational energy, something you know for a fact that you don't want to be dealing with anymore. Even your head talk. Let's talk about body weight. A lot of people are suffering with body weight. Okay? But you don't understand, your cortisol levels are getting jacked up because of stress. And you don't understand that you're getting inundated with a lot of different particles outside of yourself that's inundated on food and everything else that's causing this, especially stress. Okay? So everybody's body is either fluffy or it doesn't look the same like it used to a year, 3, 4 years ago. Okay? So now you are going to stop saying negative things to yourself about your body, especially women. We have a habit of dissecting ourselves so much. We're hating ourselves because of how we look. Stop it. Just stop saying those negative things to yourself. Replace it with, I love myself. I love myself right now in this moment, just the way I am. Your body will respond better to that than you sitting there dissecting yourself, saying, oh, I'm looking like I'm too this, I'm that. So I love myself just the way I am right now. My body is changing right now. My body is choosing to release and detox because I am replacing cilantro, putting cilantro into my salad. I am drinking more lemon water so that my body will be alkaline. I am now partaking in yoga, meditation, saunas, gentle movement for my body to just move the energy and lymphatic system. You don't have to be out there like back in the day. All right, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. You don't have to be killing yourself anymore. Like back in the day of aerobicized time. You know, that was back in my era. Wearing the leotards, stepping up on that step, hoping you don't trip over it and fall on your face or hurt yourself on that step. You can be gentle with yourself. That's how you replace it. Okay, so now let's jump into the message of the day. And I find this interesting. So the light code ones, we have declutter. Objects hold energy. Let go of what no longer aligns. Yes. Yes. Clean out those closets. Get rid of that stuff you don't need. Those old clothes, things that you know you ain't wearing no more. Come on. Old books, stuff sitting off in the corners, whatever it is. Get rid of it. Declutter. Okay, that's a number 40. What's the foundation? Now, across from that, we have 28. This is funny. Can't make this stuff up. Healthy boundaries. Activate your no. Embrace clarity and consent. Healthy boundaries. So, having healthy boundaries, what do you say yes to? What do you say no to? Okay, and not feeling guilty. This happens a lot in the medical profession when you know you don't feel well and you don't want to take that extra shift and they come out, oh, could you cover a shift for another 6 hours? We don't have anybody to come in. You had plans, things to do. Now you got to cancel it because they don't have nobody else coming in because they'll guilt you, make you feel like you're not a part of the team and all that shenanigans. Any jobs that make you feel like, oh, can you do it? And we always say no. Yeah, because I have boundaries. Because as soon as you keep saying yes all the time, what happens? They keep coming. Next thing you know, you burned out, you're tired, you're dreading going in because they've used up all your life force. And they don't even match the money to you for all that they ask of you. Thank you very much. We're done with that. See how I just say it like it is? Because I know. Been there, done that. Your talisman today is the intuition, and it's beautiful because it has the scarab. So what is your intuition saying to you? This is the scarab. Your intuition. How are you stepping into that? Okay. Now, the star codes are going to give us, remember today's Ken is all about being done with something, the death of something. So we have number 46. So we have that 10. We got 2 10 energies, that 1 energy. So we have 46. That makes that 10 and a 1 energy. The 8th house mystery. What's the mystery? What's the mystery? What are you holding on to? That's the mystery. What are those secrets that you don't need to hold on to them anymore? You need to get rid of it. Okay? The one that's going to turn the key in the middle is number 45. This is interesting. The 7th house, the relationship. What's your relationship with yourself and what the mystery is? What is it? Okay. Then once we bridge it with that key, we come into number 55 and we got those 5s. So today is about change something. Doesn't have to be big, but make it where you take a step towards something, change something. Okay? Transits. This is the climax. Okay? What is that part you're changing? What is it? So our last card will go into the frequency, the celestial frequency. I like these because these you'll be able to work with the codes. I like how she did the box, because this right here charges up your cards. And this is by Lightstar. She put this together. If you guys haven't gotten this set, it's a good set to have. Very cool. You can take the cards and utilize them with a glass of water, put a piece of plastic over the card, and then sit your water on top of it and get the frequency. So I'm going to pull the last two cards of this. Okay, so the first one is number 14, Disclosure, the Atlantean Libraries. Disclosure. Where do you need to seek your information? And then for the psychic shielding is perceptivity, psychic healing shield. This is a good one. So everyone take a breath in and just see this shield being activated, keeping out lower vibrational energy, the false energy, false light. Okay, good job. All right, lovelies. Get that myrrh going, get your frankincense going, be good to yourself. It was my pleasure to show up and do some maraca medicine for you today. Thank you all newcomers. Like and subscribe, share the video. This is that 369 day. This is a good reminder. Stay present, stay focused. Okay? Don't get caught up in all the craziness. All right? All right, lovelies. I'm going to partake in my tea and enjoy the rest of my day. And I'm going to go have a medicine bath. Why? Because it's 369. I'm going to go manifest in the water. Why not? I might as well finish. Started off in the dream world with water. I'm going to go finish it off in the water. Just be in the water and just put it all out there. All right, lovelies. Have a good day. Wherever you are, let your light shine. Don't let anybody dim it out. You are divine. You are loved. You are heard. You are seen. Be the vessel. Be that light. Bye.